After an excellent start to the inaugural day of day one yesterday, in the very same ground which we saw Gwalior Knights defending 149 against a formidable side of Chennai Thalaivas. Here we are in day two, witnessing in the very same ground the match between Majestic Mumbai Rangers and Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters. The new batsman joining us at the fall of Azam Sheikh's wicket. He joins Prashant D'Souza. It is Bipin Baswaraj. The bowler to share the new ball with Nashil is Sahir. He starts off with a good length. Hits straight to point. The score on 2 for 1 after 1.1. It's Mohammad Sahir to Prashant D'Souza. Second ball of the second over. Tries to cut it an edge. A single towards short mid. Prashant playing on 2 of 6 deliveries. Bipin Baswaraj to face his first delivery of the evening. To face Sahir Mohammad. It's a straight delivery. Appeal for a run, appeal for an LBW, turned down, a run out chance. Everything in one delivery. Score on to 4 for 1, halfway into the second over. It's Sahir to bowl back. Sahir to Prashant. Played off the back foot. Some good piece of fielding by the fielders. The quick single. Making it easily though. Sahir to Bipin. Cuts off the back foot. A quick single call, making it easily in the end. Score on to 6 for the loss of 1 after 1.5 overs. Last ball into the second. Sahir to Prashant. And that's the wicket. Identical, just like the first over. It's a wicket off the last delivery of the over. So that's wicket number 2 in the hut for Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters in the form of Prashant D'Souza. Walks back, bowled by Sahir Mohammad. Both the bowlers that have started for Majestic Mumbai Rangers have entered the wickets column. One's conceding 2 runs, another 3. The score on 6 for the loss of 2 wickets after 2 overs. Mangalore Masters losing 2 important wickets at a crucial juncture in the start of the innings. Both the openers back in the hut. Azam Sheikh and Prashant D'Souza, the 2 wickets to fall so far for Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters. It's Nashal Bakar to continue. He's bowling his second over. A very impressive over to begin the innings. Just conceding 2 runs and picking up the wicket of Azam Sheikh. The new batsman at the fall of Prashant D'Souza's wicket to join Bipin in the middle is Suhail Zaki. But it's Bipin to face Nashal for the first time this evening. He drives it powerfully to the cover fielder. Does well to stop that. Just one more added. Score on to 7 with 1 ball into the third. Suhail Zaki is taking strike to face his first delivery of this evening. The match between Majestic Mumbai Rangers and Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters. He gets off the mark in his very first delivery and gives back strike to Bipin. So it's Nashal to Bipin. Onto the body, fending it off. A try for a run out and a quick single by both the batsmen. That's good piece of calling from Suhail Zaki. Comes back on strike to face Nashal. A short delivery and dealt with by Suhail Zaki over square leg. That's the first boundary in this innings. He scored his first for the evening against Nashal. Score on to 13 for the loss of 2 wickets after 2.4. A short delivery punished by Suhail Zaki, who's known as a very formidable force to deal with when in full song. Mumbai Rangers will have to hold their nerves to get this pair going. It's a full toss, hit over cover. That's yet another boundary, back-to-back boundaries for Suhail Zaki, and the score moving on to 17 after 2.5. 1 ball left to go into Nashal's second over. Has been a touch expensive after just conceding 2 runs in his first. Already 11 of the over so far. So Nashal to Suhail Zaki scored 2 consecutive boundaries already in this over of him. Can he make it a hat-trick of boundaries here? It would definitely be a much needed start for Mangalore Masters after seeing both their openers back in the hut within 2 overs. That's the third one. That's a hat-trick of boundaries from Sohail Zaki. With that, is the end of the third over. Score on to 21 for 2. Bowlers have been disciplined without an extra so far. But Sohail Zaki having other plans. 3 back-to-back boundaries to end the third and score on to 21 for 2 after 3 overs. Sahir to continue to bowl his second over, conceding just 3 and picking up the wicket of Prashant D'Souza in his previous. Sahir to Bipin. Down the leg of the pads, no run, rightly called. Both the teams, both formidable units, playing the first game of Tranquil Developers YOUSELECTS Indian Premier League. Trying to pull the ball, missing it completely through the keeper, over the stumps. 2 dot balls to begin his second over by Sahir. Hitting it straight back, that's 3 back-to-back dots. Score on 21. 3 balls into the fourth over. It's straight to the cover fielder. No runs there. 4 dots. Sahir creating the pressure. An excellent over so far. No runs conceded. 5 balls into the fourth over. Score remains on 21. Sahir to bowl his last ball of the second over that he's bowling to Bipin. He pulls it towards the corner. That's a single, and with that we come to the end of fourth over, just conceding 1 run in this over. The score on 22 for 2 after 4 overs. Majestic Mumbai Rangers creating the pressure for the batsman. We have a change in the bowling. It's Shamnad Ashraf being introduced, replacing Nashil Bakar after being a bit expensive in the previous over. It's Shamnad Ashraf to start proceedings to Bipin Baswaraj. Begins off with the dot followed by a wide. Score on to 23. Flicked off the pads. Strike back with Sohail Zaki. He was kept away from strike for the last 8 deliveries after scoring 3 back-to-back boundaries in the previous 3 deliveries that he has faced. Majestic Mumbai Rangers are bowling a tight line to these batsmen. That's hit powerfully and a half stop. He got his hands onto it, but still the ball ricochets off his hand to the boundary. A good try from the fielder there. It's Devnath. Though it hit its hand, the ball was struck so fiercely that it eventually travelled to the boundary. He's made his intentions very clear. 4 boundaries, 4 balls that he has last faced. Score on to 28. That's a full toss. Hit towards square leg. That's yet another boundary. He's striking at 400 at this moment. In the last 5 deliveries that he has faced, he is dealing in boundaries. He has moved on to 21 of just 6 deliveries. Striking at 350 at this moment, Sohail Zaki. The partnership were 26 already of 16 deliveries. That's hit over cover. That's to the extra cover boundary for yet another boundary. That's 6 back-to-back boundaries from the bat of Sohail Zaki. 24 runs is what he has scored in the last 6 balls that he has faced. Score on to 36 for 2. Shamnad Ashraf already conceding 14 runs with 1 ball to spare in this over. That's the first dot of his bat. Sohail Zaki respecting the good delivery. 14 runs of the over. With that we come to the end of 5 overs and the score on 36 for 2. 1 over to go for the power play. The last over of the power play. Score on 36. So it's Bipin Baswaraj to face Shahir yet again. Rocks onto the back foot. A quick single is the call and they make it easily in the end. A bit of fumble by the fielder. A quick single. Good piece of calling by both the batsmen. Brings back Sohail Zaki on strike. That's hit over the extra cover fence. An excellent catch. Catching it with the wind, and that's the back of Suhail Zaki. Sahir getting his second wicket, and that's the third in the hut for Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters. An excellent catch. Well judged one. It was with the traveling with the wind. It wasn't an easy one. A brilliant catch by Rehan Sajid. In the context of the game and the way this man was playing, he was dealing in boundaries. He goes back to the pavilion by scoring 25 runs of 9 deliveries with 6 hits to the fence. The new batsman replacing Suhail Zaki is the young and dynamic Vedas Kot. He joins Bipin in the middle. So it's Sahir who's on a roll. He's bowling his third over. Just conceded 5 runs and has picked up 2 important wickets. Firstly in the form of Prashant D'Souza, and second, the person who was striking the ball really well, it was Suhail Zaki. Vedas starts off in tentative fashion, straight to gully. Sahir to Vedas. That was hit straight and half chance, not attempted by the bowler. And he gets off the mark in his second delivery. Score on to 38 with 2 balls to go for the 6 over mark, the end of the power play. Just 2 more deliveries. So it's Sahir to Bipin. On the legs, and he flicks it to the square leg fence. That's his first boundary. He was kept quiet and he's picking his deliveries to deposit it over the fence. He started off with a boundary now. With that he moves on to 10 or 14 deliveries. Score on to 42, and last ball of the 6th. 6 runs and a wicket so far in this over. He is hit it over mid-wicket this time, and that's back-to-back boundaries to Bipin. He ends the power play with a boundary. With that we come to the end of 6 overs, score on 46 for 3. That's the end of 6 overs, the power play of the first innings. The match between Majestic Mumbai Rangers and Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters. Score on 46 for the loss of 3 wickets after 6. Yet another bowling change. It's Tahir Mohammed being brought into the attack. To Vedas, playing it straight back to the bowler. Tahir starts off with a dot. Plays off the back foot straight down the ground towards the long on region. Just a single. Bringing Bipin back on strike. Last two deliveries he has played has been boundaries. Yet again onto the legs. A soft-handed shot, making the single conveniently. Good piece of calling by both the batsmen. It's Tahir back to Vedas. It's hit powerfully down the ground towards long off. Both these batsmen dealing in singles. They're running well. They're picking the gaps for the singles and putting the loose delivery to the fence. Bipin taking his time to settle in. We know what he can do once he's set. Fetches the ball outside off. Straight playing it straight down the ground. That's yet another single. With that score on to 50. The 7th over. 1 ball to go for the 7th. That's flicked towards square leg. Call is for 2. Vedas turning it down. Just a single. And with that we come to the end of 7 overs. Score on 51 for the loss of 3 wickets. It is Sahir to continue. He has given 14 runs so far, picking up 2 important wickets. He is bowling his overs through. He is into his 4th and the final of the evening. To Vedas, playing it down the ground towards long off. Strike back with Bipin. A single. Sahir to Bipin. Cuts it fiercely off the back foot. Straight to the fielder. Good piece of fielding there by the fielder. It's Tahir Mohammad. That's hit straight to extra cover. Fielder there. That's the tidying up, just a single. That score moves on to 53 of 7.3 overs. That's hit to backward point. Yet another single added. Hitting has not been easy against the wind. Batsman taking singles at will. A short delivery dealt with, an excellent piece of fielding by Devnath there. Stops a certain double. He's been throwing himself on the field. He also had an excellent attempt for a catch, which wasn't one. It's again played down the ground for yet another single. That's 5 runs of the over, and that's the end of the spell from Sahir. He's bowled well with 2 for 19 from his 4 overs this evening. After 8 overs, score on 56 for 3. The partnership is worth 19 of 16. Bipin Baswaraj 18 of 20 so far, and Vedas giving him company on 7 of 9. Two overs to go for change of ends. We have yet another change in bowling. It's Sahil Chauhan coming into bowl, replacing Tahir Mohammad. He starts off to Vedas Court. Autodeal MCC Masters, MCC Mangalore Masters on 56 for 3 after 8. Starts off with a loosener, and that's the maximum from Vedas. He just helps the ball on its way over the boundary, and that's the first maximum from this man. Vedas starting his boundary hitting by a 6. That's his first for the evening. He just helps the ball. A loosener to begin with from Sahil, given the maximum punishment by Vedas. He pulls back his length and right on the money in the second. That's one more added, bringing Bipin on strike. To 8.2 with 63 for 3. The two batsmen in the middle is Bipin Baswaraj and Vedas Kot. Sahil Chauhan hit straight down the ground by Bipin towards long off. That's yet another single. 8 runs of 3 deliveries already in this over. We are halfway into the 9th, and it's 64 for 3. Majestic Mumbai Rangers has started off in good fashion, picking up 3 important wickets. Not given anything away in the first 9 overs. Both these batsmen content with singles. They're already 9 runs of 4 deliveries so far in this over. 65 for 3. 2 more balls to go for the 9th. It's Bipin to face Sahil. Again hit towards wide long off. A misfield by the fielder, turning a single into a double. Both these batsmen running well. Good piece of calling by both the batsmen. That's 10 of the over that's 11 of the over so far. 1 ball left to go into the 9th. Straight onto the block hole, a risky single. A diving effort from Vedas, and a good reply back to his partner. What should have been a single has been converted to a double. The last 2 deliveries being identical. And that's 13 runs of the over. The 9th over costing 13 runs for Majestic Mumbai Rangers. After losing 3 wickets, Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters are pulling things back. The partnership is worth 32 so far of 22 deliveries between Vedas Court and Bipin Baswaraj. Vedas on 15 of 12 and Bipin on 23 of 23. It's Tahir Mohammad being brought back into the attack to bowl to Vedas. Fends it off for a quick single. Good piece of fielding by the fielder there. So it's Bipin to face Tahir. Off the back foot towards the cover. Good piece of fielding. Straight to the fielder. No runs. That's 70 for 3. That's hit straight down the ground to the fielder, and that's the 4th wicket down. An excellent catch in the context of the game from Shamnad. That's 4 wickets down, and that's Bipin Baswaraj to walk back to the pavilion at the score on 70. Halfway through the 10th over, that's the 4th wicket back in the hut for Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters in the form of Bipin Baswaraj. All their top 4 batsmen in the hut now. So Bipin Baswaraj going back at a score of 23. And that's the end of a good partnership that had steadied things after 3 quick losses. The new batsman replacing Bipin Baswaraj in the middle to join Vedas Court is Mohammad Taqiyuddin, a veteran pro in the MCC lineup. Mohammad Taqiyuddin to face his first delivery from Tahir Mohammad. Cuts it hard, misfielded by the fielder there. A misfield in the point region, letting him get off the mark with the double. It's down the leg. Vedas trying to steal a single, but quick piece of work by the keeper, Ayyappa Das. That's an extra 1 more run added to the tally. With that score moving on to 73 with 2 balls left to the 10th. Another single to square leg. Brings back Vedas to face the last delivery of the first 10 overs. We are halfway into the first innings of day 2 of Tranquil Developers Indian Premier League. That's yet another run added, and with that we come to the end of 10 overs of the first innings of day 2 at DCS YOUSELECTS Arena. Match between Mumbai Rangers and Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters. After a short break and a change of sides, we start the second half of the first innings. After a cautious start, Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters on 75 for the loss of 4 wickets. Two batsmen in the middle is Mohammad Taqiyuddin and Vedas Kot. So we have a change in bowling. It's Rehan Sajid to start off to Vedas. It's 1 run of the first delivery. So it's Rohan to Taqiyuddin. That's a biggie from Taqiyuddin. Sees it sail over the cow corner fielder. And that's a maximum. That's the first for the evening from Taqiyuddin. And that's with the wind. So Rehan Sajid being treated with a 6 of the first delivery that he has faced. Second delivery cutting it hard towards the point. No runs. Good comeback by Rehan Sajid here. After being struck for a maximum the previous delivery by Taqiyuddin. He's moved on to 9 of 4 deliveries. And Vedas on 17 of 15. A big hit, a miss hit. Straight towards the mid-wicket fielder and bounces off his hands. He's missed the catch. After all the hard work of coming towards the ball, he's missed it. It was a good attempt by the fielder. He made good ground to cover the delivery. That score moving on to 83. 2 more balls to go into the 11th. And that's hit to extra cover. Just 1 more run added. It's been a good contest between bat and ball. It's straight back to the bowler, and with that we come to the end of 11 overs. 84 for the loss of 4 wickets. We have yet another change in bowling. A young legend, Devnath Menon. That's a hit over extra, just a single. That's 2 runs of 2 deliveries so far in this over. Some good line and length by Dev. Hit again upishly towards cover. A bit of tidying up work to be done, and good work done there by Tahir. Just another single, and score moving on to 87. Halfway into the 12th. That's again hit upishly straight towards the mid-wicket fielder. This time he doesn't make mistakes. This time he takes the catch. Does the very same fielder who had missed the previous chance given by Taqiyuddin. But this time he's taken it. And that's half the side back in the hat for the score of 87 for Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters. The 5th casualty to go back to the pavilion is Mohammad Taqiyuddin. Hello, hello. After picking up a wicket of Mohammad Taqiyuddin, it's Devnath to bowl to the new batsman, Syed Aqib. Gets off the mark with a fierce hit down the ground towards long off. That's yet another single. Just singles been conceded this over, and he's picked up the important wicket of Mohammad Taqiyuddin. Beats him completely with a straighter one. And that's the end of 12 overs, 88 for the loss of 5 wickets. So it's Rehan Sajid to continue. He was a touch expensive in his first, conceding 9 runs. So he bowls to the new batsman now, his second over to begin. He bowls to Syed Aqib. Let's head down the ground, straight to Shamnad. He didn't have to break a sweat. It was straight where he was. And that's wicket number 6 for Majestic Mumbai Rangers. Seeing the back of the 6th batsman walking back to the pavilion. And that's 6 wickets back in the hut for Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters with the score on 88. Vedas is just seeing his partners come and go. He's been denied strike for quite a while. Score on 88 after 12 overs. And the first ball of the 13th, getting the 6th wicket. The previous wicket was straight to Shamnad, where exactly he was standing. He didn't have to move. And the first wicket for Rehan Sajid. He's come back well after being scored for 9 in his first. So the new batsman, Ajay. It's Rehan to Ajay. Goes for a big heave in the very first delivery. Completely missing it. Respecting the delivery and letting it go through to the keeper. This is a very important partnership that they will have to stitch through, both these batsmen. Someone to stay with us there. That's hit straight in the air and between two fielders. A valiant effort. The ball was travelling with the wind. A good effort by the fielder. What certainly looked like a 6. That's just one run with that Ajay off the mark. Good piece of running by both the batsmen. That's crisp calling. With that we come to the last ball of the 13th. Score on 90 for the loss of 6 wickets. Right off the back foot straight to the fielder. No runs. That's the end of 13 overs. Score on 90 for 6. What a spirited piece of bowling we are seeing from Majestic Mumbai Rangers. We are in day 2 of Tranquil Developers Indian Premier League. Tranquil Developers YouSelects Indian Premier League is what we are witnessing. This is day 2. What a game we have witnessed yesterday in the same ground in DCS YouSelects Arena too. And likewise, it's been the bowlers in this ground. A good hit between two fielders. Good piece of work done by Mahesh there. Sorry, Sahil. Okay. A full toss missed by Ajay. Straight to mid wicket. No run. That's yet another single. That's 2 runs so far of 3 deliveries. Let's hit towards the square fielder. Good piece of covering over there. Just one run. Score on 93 for the loss of 6 wickets. 4 balls into the 14th. A quicker delivery, a wide one. Extra called by the official. Keeping the ball away from Ajay. And that's the second back-to-back wide in this over from Dev. That's hit fiercely down the ground. Good piece of fielding by Shamnad. That's just one more run added to Ajay. Last ball into the 14th, score at 96 for 6. Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters have some building up work to do from here, having seen 6 batsmen back in the pavilion. It's played uppishly towards cover. That's just another single. And with that we come to the end of 14 overs, score at 97 for 6. Devnath bowling 2 good overs, conceding just 11 runs and picking up a wicket of Taqiyuddin. And Rahan Sajid just giving away 2 runs in his previous over and picking up the wicket of Syed Aqib. He's come back well after the first over. He's bowling his 3rd for the evening to bowl to Vedas. Tips down and straight to extra cover, and that's the wicket they were after. The set batsman Vedas scored to walk back. That's wicket number 7 for the score on 97 in the form of Vedas Scott. That's 2nd wicket for Rehan Sajid. Rehan Sajid, after an expensive first over, has come back, giving away just 2 runs and picking up 2 wickets in the next 7. Some good piece of bowling and fielding by Majestic Mumbai Rangers on the fielders' evening. They have been very crisp with their catching. He reverses his very first delivery that he has faced, the new batsman, Muhammad Arif, and starts his batting by a boundary to get off the mark with. This is Rehan to, oh, he squared him up. An excellent comeback delivery from Rehan Sajjad to RF. But the batsman having no clue to what happened to that delivery. Completely beaten. Flicked off the pads. The previous boundary scored by RF. Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters crossing the 100-run mark. The only negative point being 7 wickets back in the hut. But these two are capable batsmen in the middle. Can change the game on its head if they stay. So it's Ajay to face Rehan. Powerfully hit straight to the cover fielder. No run. Very interesting piece of field set here. It's extra cover and long off. More of a straightish field for this batsman. It's just glided towards the third man fence. It's just 1 run, and with that we come to the end of 15 overs at DCS YOUSELECTS Arena, ground number 2. The match between Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters and Majestic Mumbai Rangers. Score on 103 for 7 after 15, the last 5 overs. This is an identical situation of what we saw on the opening day in the very same ground between Gwalior Knights and Chennai Thalaivaars. Tahir been brought back into the attack to bowl to Ajay. Falling short and batsman not running for that single. So it's Tahir to Ajay. A powerful hit, no chance for the fielders. The ball being hit so powerfully, it's impossible for the fielders to get by. And that's the first boundary from Ajay. He moves on to 8 of 11. Well disguised floater from Tahir there. Ajay respecting it and rotating strike, giving back strike to Arif, who's playing on 5 of 3 deliveries. A quicker delivery just guided towards the third man region. That's another single added. 6 runs so far of 4 deliveries. Tahir bowling well so far. Just conceding 16 runs, picking up a solitary wicket. Flicked off the pads in the air in no man's land. Some good piece of carving up done by Devnath. That's just 1 run more added. And that's 7 runs of the over so far. Tries to ramp, misses it, but wide called by the umpire. That's 111. That's a Nelson on the board. A quicker delivery, misses the batsman, straight to the keeper. Keeper appealing for a caught behind, turned down by the official. And with that we come to the end of 16 overs. Nelson on the board with 7 wickets. back in the hut. But let's not take away any credit from these two batsmen in the middle, both capable batsmen. So it's Rehan to bowl his final over of the evening. A last moment change in the bowling. It's not Rehan, it's Devnath being brought into the attack. So it's Devnath to Ajay. That's a biggie from Ajay. Over extra cover. No chance for the fielder. And that's a maximum from Ajay. The first of the evening from Ajay. He moves on to 16 from 14 deliveries. The partnership already worth 20 of 12 balls. Ajay missing it, and that was off the pads. A wild throw from the fielder. They complete 2 leg byes. 2 more added to the tally. Good piece of chase by the skipper. But a wild throw. Batsman making it easily. A good hit from Ajay towards the cow corner. Just 1 more run added. That's already 9 of the over. We are halfway into the 17th. Score on 120 for the loss of 7. Now Arif trying for a big hit. That's towards square leg. Just a single. That's 121 with 2 more balls to go. Into the 17th over of the first innings between Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters and Majestic Mumbai Rangers. Devnath to Ajay. That was played wide off, long off. Good piece of fielding by the long off fielder Shamnad. Dev to Arif. Hitting it straight powerfully. The bowler missing it completely. And that's yet another single. And with that we come to the end of 17 overs. Score on 123. That was 12 runs of the 17th. The score on 123. Can Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters cross the magical figure of 150 here? So it's Rehan Sajid being brought into the attack to bowl his final over of the evening. He's bowled well so far, picking up 2 important wickets, giving away just 17 runs of his 3 overs. That's a big heave, falling in no man's land. Giving strike back to Ajay. Arif trying for a big hit. Misses it completely. That's a biggie, a monstrous 6 from Ajay. That's a real monster of a shot from this man. He was given a life and he's maximum and he's utilizing it. That's a long way into ground number 3. Rehan Sajid bowling his last over of the evening. Slower through the air, and this time yet another back-to-back maximums from Ajay. With that, the score moving on to 136, halfway into the 18th over. Rehan Sajid, can he stage a comeback to Ajay? Quicker through the air, and an appeal for a caught behind, turned down by the umpire. An excellent comeback after being struck for 2 maximums back to back from Ajay. Now he gets him after being struck for 2 maximums. He had an excellent comeback ball, and the very next delivery he gets Ajay. Ajay goes back with some brilliant batting, scoring 30 of 21 deliveries with 3 maximums, and that's the 3rd wicket for Rehan Sajid. Though a touch expensive, he has picked up 3 excellent wickets. So it's the skipper himself who's come in, Mohammad Fazil. The first ball he faces is adjudged wide. Score on to 137 for 8. Rehan to Fazil. Beating him all ends up, and with that comes the end of the spell from Rehan Sajid. He finishes off with figures of 3 for 31 from his 4 overs.
Dubai, a land of endless opportunities, where innovation and sustainability thrive, where no dreams are too big. This is a city that never sleeps, a destination where life moves faster than time. Now, imagine a place where peace and tranquility blossom. A place that brings the balance of life back to you. A place that truly reflects who you
are. What a brilliant take, a brilliant catch by the point fielder. A low screamer of a shot, well judged, and dug it out of the ground. And that's the 9th wicket back in the pavilion for Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters. Brilliant catch from Arjun, seeing the back of Arif. Arif going back to the hut with the score of 9. And that's the 9th wicket for the score of 137. We are into the 19th over. And in comes the last man. He is also no mug with the bat. He's a good batsman. Ajay Fernandez. It's Devnath to Ajay. Now, while he in his first delivery, he joins the skipper in the middle. It's the last pair in for Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters with the score on 137. Flicked off the pads towards square leg. Call is for 2, but they are content with a single. Good piece of fielding by Rehan Sajid after bowling 4 excellent overs this evening. 3 for 31 from his 4 overs. Now Devnath with the last 2 deliveries of his 4th over. That's hit towards cover. An excellent shot from the skipper, Mohammad Fazil. He gets off the mark with the boundary. That's again bludgeoned through the cover. Some work for Tahir there. Call is for 2. A tight double, and that is a tight call. It was a risky double. A good throw and good tidying up work done by Tahir, and a good collection by Dev there. Is that the last wicket to fall? And it is. Ajay Fernandez. It's adjudged out by the TV umpire. And that's the last of the wickets to fall. Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters bowled out in 19 overs for a total of 142. Some cameos by the batsmen, but good piece of bowling and fielding by Majestic Mumbai Rangers. We've seen some useful contribution from Bipin Basuraj 23, Sohail Zaki 25, Veda scored 24, Ajay with 30 being the contributors for this total of 142, whereas no other batsman getting going. But except for Shamnad and Sahil, all the bowlers with wickets. To start with, it was Nasal Bakar, 1 for 17. Sahir Mohammad, 4 overs, 2 for 19. Tahir Mohammad, 3 overs, 1 for 18. Rehan Sajid, 3 for 31. And Devnath finishing off his 4 overs, 2 for 27. The target to chase at DCS YOUSELECTS Arena is 144. It's Tahir Mohammad facing Ajay Fernandez and beating him all ends up. And that's the end of the fourth over. Score on 33. Mangalore Masters pulling it back this over. They were cruising at a run rate of 10. 33 runs on the board, needing a further 111 runs from the remaining 16 overs.
Namaste, Austin. I'm yours. Let's light up the YOUSELECTS IPL. Namaste, Austin. I'm yours. Let's light up the YOUSELECTS IPL. Namaste, Austin. I'm yours. Let's light up the YOUSELECTS IPL.
It's Ilyas Bawa to
Namaste,
continue. He's
Austin.
into his third
I'm
over for
yours.
the evening. The fifth over of the power play. You're still in the power play. 33 on board. Arjun shuffles through and flicks it towards the square leg fielder. Just a single added, bringing back Tahir on strike. Tahir to face Ilyas for the first time. Ilyas so far conceding 21 runs, picking up the wicket of Devnath. And he's into his third over. Appeal for an LBW turned down by the official. It's a leg by, one more run added to the tally. That's 35 on board. 2 balls into the fifth over by Ilyas Bawa. It's straight down the ground towards the long on fielder. Just a single straight to the fielder. Arjun middling it well. He moves on to 8 of 5 deliveries with the help of a boundary. Tahir Mohammad just walking in at the fall of Prado's wicket. He is on 1 of 3. A quick single, good piece of running by the batsman, good piece of calling. In the end they make it easily, putting the fielders under pressure. 4 balls into the fifth. 37 on board. 2 wickets in the hat. Straight to the fielder. Well turned down by Tahir there, sending Arjun back. That's hit straight through the hands of the bowler. It was struck fiercely. And yet another boundary added to the tally. With that comes the end of 5 overs. Score on 41 for the loss of 2 wickets. 8 runs of the over. They need a further 103 runs from 90 deliveries. Mangalore Masters have to pull their socks up to peg wickets. They're defending a paltry score of 144. We have already witnessed a low scoring thriller. First change of bowlers for Mangalore Masters. It's Prashant D'Souza. To Tahir, a pacey delivery, guiding it towards the final leg region, chased by the captain. Some excellent running by the batsman. Equal credit to the fielder. He did a good job to cover it up. There's all vacant spaces towards the leg side. The new bowler Prashant D'Souza starts off by conceding 2 runs in his first delivery to Tahir Mohammad. A pacey delivery yet again at the body, just fending it off towards square leg for yet another single. Score on to 44 in the 6th over, the last of the power play overs. 44 for 2. Tahir ran to 5 of 6 and Arjun 12 of 7 with 2 hits to the fence. Again an announcement to all the 3 grounds, requesting everyone who are parked in front of the gate, the main gate, to remove your cars. We have a Baldia car which is waiting there. We might get fines. So requesting everyone to remove your respective cars, please. So with that we come to the end of 6 overs, score on 51 for the loss of 2 wickets. They need a further 93 runs from 84 deliveries, that's 14 overs. They're well and truly over the required run rate. They're cruising at 8.5 with 8 wickets to come. An expensive over from Prashant D'Souza comes to an end. It was the last over of the power play. 10 runs conceded. The partnership were 20 of 15 deliveries. It's Arjun to face the new bowler. Change in the bowling attack. It's spin being introduced in the form of Bipin Baswaraj. So it's Bipin Baswaraj to Arjun. An experienced bowler. A good spinner to have in any side. So it's Bipin to Arjun, who's playing well so far. He's on 19 of 11. The back foot cut towards Gali. No run, turned down by Tahir. Starts off with a dot delivery. He sweeps the ball fiercely towards square leg. That's his fourth hit to the fence. He moves on to 23 from 13 deliveries. Arjun striking it well. Score on to 55. We're 2 balls into the 7th. So it's Bipin Baswaraj to Arjun again. That's hit towards wide long off. Just a single. Good tidying up work done by the fielder. Brings back Tahir on strike to the leggy. So it's Bipin Baswaraj to Tahir. Score on 56, halfway into the 7th over. Pulls it towards square leg. Just another single. Brings Arjun back on strike. "87 runs needed of 80 deliveries. That's played inside out towards cover. Just another single. 5 balls into 7th. Score on 58. That single, Arjun moving on to 25 of 15. And Tahir on 6 of 7 to face Bipin. Goes for a swat, misses it completely, and that's the end of 7 overs. 58 for 2. After 7, they need 86 runs from the remaining 13 overs with 8 wickets in hand. Pulled up Ashley towards the square leg fence. We have another change. Again a young spinner. It's Arif who's been introduced. It's just again a single. Bringing back Tahir on strike. It's Arif to Tahir. Tahir playing it straight down to long on. Just a single, bringing Arjun back on strike. The partnership already worth 29 of 24 deliveries. A much needed one for Majestic. Mumbai Rangers. Arjun playing it towards mid-wicket. Yet another single added. Batsman having wide gaps to pick that easy single. So it's Arif to Tahir. Trying to hit it inside out. Over point. Just a single with one ball to go for the 8th over. The required run rate well within the reach for Majestic Mumbai Rangers. And the advantage is 8 wickets still yet to come. A quicker ball. And that's given out by the umpire. That's caught behind. An excellent piece of glove work by Asim Sheikh. A quicker delivery down leg. It's a request. It's Bipin Basuraj to continue. Starts off with a dot. Bowling to Tahir. Hitting it to the point. Fielder. No run. That's hit. Clearly clearing the mid-wicket fielder. Over his head for a maximum. That's the first hit to the fence for a maximum from Tahir. With that, he moves on to 14 of 13. The new batsman joining him at the fall of Arjun JK's wicket is Sahil Chauhan. Just guiding it over the keeper towards the fine field. The ball stops. Just 2 added. Score on to 70 for 3 after 8.3, needing 74 runs from 69. It's hit in the air towards square leg and he drops it. It's Syed Akib who drops a sitter. Hit straight to him from Tahir. He drops a sitter and Tahir gets a life. Could have been new two batsmen in the middle had that catch been taken. Sahil Chauhan to face his first delivery from Bipin. Hard hit straight down to long off for a single. He gets off the mark in the very first delivery. Score on 72 for 3. Last ball into the 9th over. It's cut straight to gully. Good piece of fielding by the skipper. He's leading by example. And that's the end of 9 overs. 72 for 3. After 9 overs, Majestic Mumbai Rangers need 72 runs from the remaining 11. At the same stage, at the halfway mark, the first innings, Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters were 75, but they had lost wickets in a heap at that moment. So it's RF to bowl his second over. It's been a successful first one. Picked up a wicket and conceding just 4 runs in his first over. Cut towards the third man region. A run 2. Sahil back on strike to face Arif. .70 needed of 65. Going for a wild heave, completely missing it. Good piece of bowling by Arif. He's varying his pace. That's hit uppishly towards the long off and he misses it completely. He just doesn't miss it. He sends it to the boundary. And that's a maximum given by the on-field umpires. A catch dropped and a maximum. Sahil living dangerously. But the positive is the score keeps ticking. Turned down by the umpire for an LBW shout. Score on 80. That's pulled straight towards the mid-wicket fence. One more run added. That's 5 balls into the 10th over. Score on 81. Tahir to face the last delivery of the 10th over from Arif. Beats the batsman completely, and with that we come to the end of the halfway mark of the chase of 144. Score on 81 for 3. It's Majestic Mumbai Rangers on the driver's seat at this moment. 63 runs needed in the remaining 10 overs with 7 wickets in hand. Autodeal MCC Mangalore Masters will have to pick that 7 wickets. The wickets are the key for them at this moment. If they have to stand a chance to win this game.
Dubai, a land of endless opportunities, where innovation and sustainability thrive, where no dreams are too big. This is a city that never sleeps. A destination where life moves faster than time. Now, imagine a place where peace and tranquility blossom. A place that brings the balance of life back to you. A place that truly reflects who you are. Welcome to Tranquil, the new paradigm in real estate in the UAE. We aim to redefine luxury living with iconic developments that blend architectural brilliance and unmatched sophistication. At Tranquil, we don't just build homes, we craft lifestyles. Our residential projects are peaceful havens amidst the bustling cityscape, crafted with cutting-edge design and unparalleled craftsmanship. Led by visionaries and supported by a carefully selected team of experts, we use the finest materials and latest trends to create homes of unparalleled quality. At Tranquil, we harness quality, innovation, and sustainability to create value for investors and enhance the communities we serve, setting new benchmarks for refined living.
Starts off with a slash towards the cover fence, just a single added. A request to the owner of a red Dodge. Tahir playing it out sensibly. He knows he doesn't have to do anything fancy. He's playing at a runner ball, 18. Sahil, 11 of 7. 60 needed of 58. That's yet another single added to the score. It's been a quick build-up of a partnership, 23 of 15 so far. Some good piece of bowling by the skipper. Just conceding 5 runs so far from 5 deliveries that he's bowled. He's bowling his first over. Score on 86 for the loss of 3. That's another wide. The third of the over. Head straight back, and that comes the end of 11 overs. 6 of the over. And that's 87 for 3 after 11 overs. 57 runs needed of 9. So yet another change in the bowling. It's the youngster Vedas Code being brought into the attack. So it's Vedas Code to bowl to Sahil Chauhan. Starts off with a wide. Well wide of the off stump. That's an excellent pickup shot from Sahil, straight down the ground, depositing it over the fence for a maximum. That's his second of the innings. He treats the first legal delivery from Vedas for a maximum down the ground. And that's 94 on the board. With just one ball into the 12th, they need just 50 runs. The required run rate, below the ball. It's again an excellent well-struck boundary from Sahil. It's already 11 runs of 2 deliveries so far from Vedas. With that boundary, Sahil moving on to 22 of just 10 deliveries with 2 maximums and a hit to the fence. 46 needed of 52. This time he cuts it off the back foot towards the point fence. That's again a boundary. 2 boundaries, a 6 and a wide so far this over. 15 runs already with 3 more deliveries to go. A doubt being referred to the television umpire turns into a no ball. So it's a boundary off a no ball. So a free hit to Sahil. Steps down and hits it high. Just a single of the free hit. That's 17 of the over so far. Well played by Tahir, straight to the fielder. Arif doing the tidying up work. He needed of 50 deliveries. That's hit straight down the ground. A chance for Prashant and he's dropped it. Made good ground and dropping the catch. That's the second real life for Tahir. Firstly dropped by Akib and now of Prashant. Mangalore Masters will have to field well if they have to pull this game off. So that's the end of 12 overs. Score on 105 for the loss of 3 wickets. Majestic Mumbai Rangers Need 39 runs from the remaining 8 overs. The partnership between Tahir and Sahil is worth 43 of 25 deliveries. Tahir on 19 of 23 and Sahil 27 of 13 deliveries, striking at over 200 at this moment. Fazil to bowl his second over. He's bowled an economical first one, giving away just 6, and he is to bowl to Tahir. Skies it inside out, straight to the cover fielder. Just a single, bringing back Sahil on strike. Sahil to face the skipper, Mohammad Fazil. Hit straight. Good piece of footwork from Fazil there. Stopped a certain boundary. Let's get another single to Sahil. With that single, he moves on to 28 of 15. Tahir on 20. Partnership worth 45 of 28. 37 needed of 45. So it's 13 overs into the chase, score on 110, 34 runs needed from 7 overs. Both batsmen really grinding it out. Partnership worth 48 of 31. It is requesting the owner of a red Dodge Dubai number plate